Hey everyone, welcome to Pop and Polish. I'm Shannon, and in today's DIYer inspiration video, we are doing stained glass windows with some roses, a vine pattern. It kind of has a bit of a Beauty and the Beast vibe. As you can see, I did one demo nail beforehand, so this is what I'm going for on all nails. Now, doing something on a stand versus doing something on your hands is a very different story, so I'm hoping I can make them come out as nice as they did in my test nail. The very first thing I did was I added a layer of milky white to all the nails. Then I cured that for 60 seconds. And this is the first layer of the milky white. I'm gonna end up doing 2 coats of this, or 2 layers of this. But first, I will do the transfer foil. And this is my iridescent transfer paper. I cut up enough to do each nail twice and to cover each nail, fully cover each nail. So I did fairly big pieces of the iridescent paper. And then I added a layer of the transfer gel, and this is just to make sure that the transfer paper actually works. I'll be honest, I cured it for 60 seconds. I think next time I'll do 90 seconds. I don't know if it was 100% dry on all fingers, just because some of the transfer foil didn't stick as well in some spaces, but again, given it was iridescent, it doesn't really matter. But if I were doing like a pattern and that I really wanted visible, then I probably would cure it for longer. So I do all the iridescent paper on all the nails, and it creates this really beautiful pearl look. I think is just gorgeous. And then I'm going to do this again twice. So I know a lot of people who watch this channel are DIYers and do nails for so many different reasons, whether it be just for fun, whether it be stress relief, whether it be, I don't know, a creative outlet. But I'm curious as to, or honestly, a lot of people just do it to save money, which I totally understand. But I'm curious if you are a DIYer, like, how did you get into doing nails? How did you get into doing nails? I'm just so curious. So tell me in the comments how you got into doing nails or how you became a DIY nailer. And if you have a channel, let me know, because I will subscribe to all DIY nail channels. It's about community. Personally, I got my nails done professionally for years, and I've been obsessed with watching nail videos for years and just really wanted to do some of my own art. And that's really, one day I was just like, just do it, just try it. So I got some stuff off of Shein, and the very first thing I ever drew, I think, was a Jack skeleton because it was Halloween, and it turned out actually pretty good. And I just fell in love with it ever since. I think you can go back and find that short like really early in my uploads. It's one of the very first nail arts that I ever did. Anyways, back to the video. I'm using mostly Model 1s. Is that what they're called? I don't know. Like, to me, that's like the color of roses, that red. Oh, so nice. And I'm using 2 different color greens for the leaves. I'm using like a darker green, and then I'm about to use a really nice kind of bright lime green just to add some dimension to the leaves and add some dimension to the stained glass art. Then I did like red blobs on all my fingers. No, that's a lie, because you'll see me correct myself, because I did start on this nail. I'm doing red blobs here, and I will wipe those off in a few minutes because I want to do the leaf pattern on this finger, not the flowers. But in the tutorial that I saw on TikTok, they were like, don't really focus on making the like shape really flowery-ish, just do like a red blob and you'll turn it into a flower. And they are so correct. So red blob, see, there I go, I wipe it off. That's why we do that layer of top coat, so that we can easily wipe off any mistakes. But yeah, the red blob technique for doing flowers, like, it just made the flowers so much less intimidating. Then on my ring finger and my thumb, I'm doing this leaf pattern, or vine pattern, if you will. And I'm doing a combination of the dark leaves and the bright leaves. And this is just to break things up a bit and bring more green to the nails, because otherwise, to me, it would be really heavy on the red. Also, as you can see, I'm constantly cleaning up as I go. I'm like so paranoid about contact dermatitis. So I'm constantly cleaning up my fingers as I go. I don't show all of it, but I know that I am doing it. I make a lot of mistakes. I've only been doing this for like 4 months, so I make a lot of mistakes, but I also do it a lot. So maybe that's why I improve quickly. I just do it a lot. So then I go back and I touched up the leaves and I added leaves to the red blobs, and this is just becoming the basis of our flowers. And I'm going to bring in the detail to the flowers in a few minutes, and that's when you'll see the flowers really start to come to life. It's so funny. I don't know if, again, if you're a DIYer, tell me if you consider yourself, prior to doing nails, did you consider yourself to be artistic? Because I was one of those people that like always dreamed of being artistic. I wanted to be artistic, but I just wasn't. Like I just wasn't good at it. Like I wasn't good at crafting. I wasn't good at like drawing, painting, any of the things, but I wanted to be. So it was crazy to me to finally try nail art and just be like, oh, if I'm bad at it, I'm bad at it. And then to turn out to be like, all right at it, or at least worth practicing. Also, I added a layer of Russian matte coat. This is different from regular top coat. Again, I got this off of Shein, and it really does allow you to isolate chrome compared to regular matte coat. I find if I use a regular matte coat, the chrome dust still goes everywhere, whereas with the Russian matte coat, I don't know why. I don't know what magic exists in it, but it really does isolate the chrome for the most part. Like, I think any bit that it doesn't isolate is more user error than the matte coat. So then I just went in, and as you can see, I'm turning my red blobs into flowers. And this is just really simple lines of just connecting lines. Like really, I couldn't get over how easy this actually was. The hardest part when doing stuff this small is just keeping my hands steady and not being shaky, which you can see I'm shaky a few times. And I went and outlined, again, all the leaves, and everything that is being outlined in black is going to be eventually chromed. I asked this in my last video, but I'm going to ask this in every video. Tell me in the comments what you want to see this spring. What are you into? I've heard in my last couple videos that people are still really into cat eye designs. Tell me in the comments, and I will definitely whip up these designs into full sets. And now I'm adding in my stained glass lines. Again, I mess up a lot, but these are my window pane lines. So again, it's my first time doing it. I think I did. Don't know if you're my husband's fish tank, but that was that. This is my first time doing this stained glass. So I was using like a photo of stained glass to reference like how it looks. And this is what I came up with. I think it's pretty good for my first try. I'm excited to try the stained glass art again, but oh my God, my husband's fish tank. But I think it turned out really well. At this point though, I was actually starting to rush because my husband needed to use our office, and we have like a shared office space. So the outline of the nail is a little rushed and a little messy, but honestly, because it's chromed, I think it turns out okay. But I think it's also really important to outline the nail when you're doing the stained glass to really create that stained glass look. I think if you didn't have it, it would look weird. And then I used some gold chrome powder, and I went and chromed all the nails. And again, because I'm using a Russian top coat, I just didn't worry so much about getting some on the matte part because I knew it was going to come off quite easily. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me, are you going to try this? If you're a DIYer, are you going to try the stained glass nails? Or if you are a DIYer and you've already tried them, tell me your experience doing them. Tell me if you have any like tips or tricks for making them turn out better or neater. I'm like all ears. So I used a nail brush to get the chrome off, and as you can see, it did quite a good job. Then I top coat every single nail, really brings back that pearl look, really makes the chrome shine, and then nails are done. And those are my stained glass window nails. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.